Oh, Vintage Arena is the map here. This is again looking kind of like the Definitive Edition current arena script. Resources could spawn outside, deer, pigs, boars, but that's not the case here. JonSlow with the Aztecs, guess what? He's probably going to make a monk or two. And Exorcist with the poles here to... Yeah, I don't even know what poles do, but they could, of course, tower rush. With distance here kind of making that an option, but as you can see, the walls have been buffed, so that's not an easy option on Vintage Arena in the current script, because we wanted to increase the wall strength so we would be siege rushes all the time with the close map generations. Poles generate gold from mining stone, 50% gold return from all the stone you're mining, and they also get population space from bulwarks, the substitute for the mill, and a food trickle from each farm within the influence of the bulwark once you complete seeding them. Now, since I'm not a big one for talking gibberish for long periods of time, we're just going to fast forward this and see if we're going to go for Castle Age pushes for both of them here, or if Exorcist is going to attempt something crazier than that, but it doesn't look like it's going to be not going to be any tower rush here from Exorcist as well. Yes, the walls are 1800 HP in the Dark Age Papaya Pit. They've been buffed to limit the impact of rushes. What's the plan? 439, says JonSlow, whatever that means. Must be some arena lingo I don't know about. Blacksmith's stable for Exorcist here, so we're going to contest the map with some scouts and spears, whereas JonSlow is going to the Castle Age at 28 pop here. If not for only 6 farms, I would almost suspect a fast in play here, but it could still be, actually. 6 on gold, 3 on stone, fast in monk traps. Wait, go scouts into knights, says Zelos. Okay, so no spears then. Fair enough. Yeah, the walls don't increase in HP in the feudal age, Papaya. There'll still be 1800 in the feudal age. And probably in the castle age as well, I don't remember off the top of my head, but we'll check any moment. It's 1800 for JonSlow now. I don't think they increase now. Yeah, you're like me, you always prepare a lot for tournaments, right? I prepare more for ranked than for tournaments. No, I don't really, actually. Sometimes I prepare, okay, yeah, just not for arena. You prepare for Nomad. African clearing signups at June 20th, Papaya Pit. Look to summer tourneys in my Discord, if you didn't already. It's basically one mini tournament a week, but it's open elo, so it's probably not attractive to as many. Alright, Castle Age is in for JonSlow here. The walls still at 1800 HP. So they're not buffed in the next stage. No. Scouts for Exorcist. Makes sense, because he knows that monks are going to be coming from the Aztecs here. Could even delay or deny the next few monsters here from JonSlow. Yeah, maybe one of the other weeks will work better. Papaya Pit. There's 6 different maps, so. Exorcist with the light cam upgrade already in, of course. That's going to make it even easier to snipe JonSlow's monks, but they are Aztecs monks. They get more hit points per research you get. And being the Aztecs, of course, you want to collect the relics as well. That's going to give you a 33% extra gold for the Aztecs. Eight light cav out for Exorcist, also getting the Men-at-Arms upgrade here for whatever reason. Probably expecting eagles, I guess. Or it could even be a response to the Spearmen, to be honest. But they are still going to fall victim to conversions of the monks unless Exorcist is micromanagement is really on point. Obviously, this is round 32. JonSlow is seed 6. Exorcist is maybe... I don't remember off the top of my head, but there's a tiny skill gap between the two, you could say, in terms of ranked elo. Pikeman is in for JonSlow as well. Main focus on gold here, obviously, for the mighty monks here, and here comes the castle as well. Right in the face of our red friend over here, who is trying to snag at least two relics, in fact. And being the Poles, of course, Exorcist has already collected stone as well, so that castle will be completing for Exorcist. JonSlow needs to... Ooh, he needs to needs to delete his castle foundation. Actually, good engagement for Exorcist here. With Light Cav at least getting a few monks there and almost allowing JonSlow in there. I think JonSlow almost... Wait, if you drop a relic in the gate, then the gate stays open, right? Almost lost the monk on the gate there. That could have been very unfortunate for Exorcist. So JonSlow's very offensive forward castle goes down. Good luck, Papaya Pit. Is getting deleted, and now a new one a little bit further back. Sticking with the plan of not so fast imp, but monk crabs. Well, Exorcist goes into some units here as well to try and stop this castle. Well, no way this tower is going to stop the castle foundation of JonSlow. There's monks here to convert the overage, and yeah, I guess you could use the monk trick, the alt key, to stop the villagers from building here, but the castle is at 95% now. It's getting close for Exorcist here. The castle does indeed go up, and JonSlow also creeping slowly but steadily towards that Imperial H click here, looking at 500 food, 500 gold. Getting closer. Just casually mining the neutral gold here, so they don't need to walk all the way home to see a bloom at least. Yeah, it's been outside with builders for a while. Even JonSlow gets bloom, but DBS in the previous set didn't, so... And still won, so... I guess it's worth saving that 50 gold. And there's the Imperial Age click. JonSlow and Exorcist going to reach the Imperial Age at virtually the same time here, so this is going to develop into a trap war. Overage in queue for Exorcist again here, getting quite a few of them. Imperial Age, if you have the economy for it, of course you could go for Winged Hussar with the poles as well, but I don't think Exorcist's food economy warrants that just yet, or if it's in the planning at all. They are Aztecs monks as well, so they will be tough to snipe even with the light cav and Hussar. More monasteries for JonSlow here, 17 on gold now, just now getting redemption, which will allow JonSlow to convert siege weapons and buildings, except for monasteries and castles, I guess. Even going into a couple of Jaguars could actually be a reaction to the old book. Who's there? Oh boy.
So we played a BO5 instead of BO3. I won BO3 but lost BO5 and I think opponent deserves a spot further. Admin rig?
Yeah, we'll advance your opponent if you're if that's what you would like, Arsak. That is fine. You'll get to play there's the losers bracket anyway, so you can fight your way back if you like. Yeah. Oh, you're fine with it. Okay. I see, I see. Yeah. I don't mind you playing a best of 5, but I had to rush the brackets the day I made them because I kind of only had that day to make them, and I needed to find a way to sort of keep the timeline of round of 64, even if the brackets aren't nearly large enough. So that's why it turned into like best of 3s and drafts and shit. So should have probably just kept best of 5s for these small rounds as well. Win the spot in the next Arabia Express flat, exactly. In the meantime, we have how many trebuchets out for JonSlow now? 4 trebuchets. The defensive castle of x0r6zt is down. Even if he's conserved 3 trebuchets, he's lost the defensive castle. Still has the economy somewhat intact. It's equal military here, and the light cab still alive and kicking to get some hits in on the monks. Where are the pikes? Yeah, the pikes are staying close. Of course they are. JonSlow has redemption in, could actually move close to the trebs here and convert them. As x0r6zt has made both crossbows and obuch here with hopes to snipe Jaguars and pikes here. Good reaction in fact to the Jaguar addition, but it's reached a point where x0r6zt waltz apparently doesn't do him any favors anymore, so might as well open up and make pathing easier here and allow JonSlow to enter further. Crossbow conversion. Block printing in for the monks, of course. 9+3 range, so outranging the crossbows. Forcing x0r6zt to garrison inside the crossbows inside DC so they don't fall victim to the conversions. And my relics, says JonSlow here, wants to bring in that juicy extra 30% gold. The x0r6zt lose all the trebs now. It might actually be the last trebuchet here. So weird to see crossbows converted just like that, and the monks at 80 HP as well. JonSlow is getting everything here. He's getting conversions. Should be even fun to see the conversion stat as we go in there. So your arena people, do polls even get heresy? Would that have been an option here? Probably not, I guess. But that would certainly be handy against a monk heavy push like this. Let's have a look at the stats and find game number 2 after. Yeah, look at all this. Monk text block, printing, illumination, and theocracy in the end. 80 HP Aztecs monks. 17 conversions. Oh, I thought it was more actually. 17 conversions. Army numbers comparable. Let's see what the next one brings. Malay versus Bengalis. Bengalis? Is that the Ratha Civ? I need to look up these bonuses. I haven't been playing them nearly enough. Elephant units receive 25% less bonus damage and are more resistant to conversion. Town center spawn 2 villagers when the next age is reached. Oh, there we go. That's a good arena bonus. And this map that kind of favors booming here. Although the middle area between the walls, that's really small. So it also favors close aggression, I guess. Town centers spawn 2 villagers when the next age is reached. So that's maybe one of the more important bonuses for Arena. Oh, the boars are outside! We could see boar laming here! Tell me you're gonna lame the boar. Deer outside, boar outside. Nice. So you gotta get your boar early here. Otherwise, you might find yourself in deep shit resource-wise. Yeah, Exorcist moving out to get the boar. That's either horrible villager pathing or it's just an attempt at actually shooting the boar from outside the walls. No, inside the walls. But villager doesn't have that much range. Scout keeping the gate open, just casually allowing the boar in like that, and no laming the boar for JonSlow at least. And now it's actually... usually you might not want to take the scout fight early on, but in this case it makes perfect sense because the boar is outside, and if you weaken the opponent's scout enough, they can't lame your boar. And if you kill the scout, obviously you can't even scout that the boar is outside. JonSlow wins the engagement there, did get the first hit in, and could now actually also push Exorcist's deer to home base if he wants to. There's not really any reason for JonSlow to do that, being at a heavy advantage already, but it's an option. Exorcist, having lost the scout, will not be able to push the hunt at all. We'll have to either long distance hunt it or just find other ways to collect the food. Oh, bringing in the boar from outside, just casually keeping that villager at full HP for JonSlow as well. Running the scout in between, taking both boars at the same time now, really boosting that early food income and pushing the deer, something that Exorcist, as mentioned, can't really do. Going for the long distance hunting instead. Exorcist being the first one to click fuel age here at 26 villagers, but JonSlow is the Malay. He goes up to the ages more quickly, so with the Malay bonus allowing for 33%, 66% faster up through the ages, JonSlow basically reaches the fuel age at the same time as Exorcist, but also at the same villager population. There's the castle age trick for Exorcist. Is this? Yeah, it's going to be a unique unit play. It's 30 villagers, so pretty heavy gold investment here. Almost like looks like a past imp economy setup here, but maybe not enough farms to warrant that. I'm not sure what the plan is here. JonSlow certainly wants a castle up as well. Malay have most of the monks as well. And what's your bracket called, Papa Pit? Is it bracket 2 maybe? Or hold on. It is literally described in the challenge bracket. Papa Pit. It says round 2, best of 3 draft, see handbook link. It says right above the your names in the challenge bracket. That should be describing every round and what's to be used. Now, don't be sorry, it's a conflict with the actual handbook, so I perfectly understand the confusion. Sorry for disturbing, he says, but there's not really much happening for the moment. There's monasteries being dropped by JonSlow again. Arena Clown number 1. Arena Tournament host as well. The Malay monks it is. Also mining stone for a defensive or offensive castle depending. This is a beautiful spot for an offensive castle, I'd say. Triple monasteries for exorcist as well. So I guess the Bengalis monks has to be decent then. Yeah, they're only missing heresy, which is not only as Norwegian expresses it. Missing heresy could be a big deal in monks fights, obviously, but having all the other technologies at least helps out as well. No, round 1 was random and reverse Popeye bit. So you didn't mess up if you played random the first. Oh, you drafted the first round. Yeah. Anyway. Read the fine print next time. JonSlow will could in theory have gotten 1 monk there, but would also lose the scout to conversion, so makes more sense to delete the scout there, obviously, rather than give it away to the opponent. Atonement coming in here as well. JonSlow recognizing that this will become a monk's war. 2 relics about bit 3 here for JonSlow. That Malay earlier app advantage playing into the green players' hands. 38 to 37 villagers. The approach. Ooh! You can actually, if you convert the monk carrying a relic, he actually keeps carrying the relic. Haven't seen that before actually. But profit for Exorcist, obviously. Monks galore is for JonSlow. I convert 1 monk, you convert 1 monk. Village. Knock knock, who is it? Ben. Ben who? Bengalis. Nice. I guess we're mirrored in the amount of monasteries here. 4 monasteries each, and they're both producing out of all of them as well. Is JonSlow going to be able to get this castle up? There are monks here to use that conversion trick to stop the castle. That castle can't complete. Come on! I mean, to be fair, JonSlow has monks of his own as well. This is only monks and villagers in this game so far. $42. I don't remember that taunt. Is that the build a wall around the town taunt or something? Yeah, convert Wills back, fair point. Didn't think of that. Mastermind. Oh man. Well, the castle goes out for JonSlow. Now getting close to the gold needed to go to the Imperial Age. Could of course sell wood, buy food, rush that Imperial Age. Or just keep the momentum of having the castle forward, denying 1 gold with it as well, and obviously taking out the defensive tower, going up too late for Exorcist to deny the castle from completing in the first place. 3 relics for JonSlow, also a passive gold pickle of course, but 25 gold. JonSlow is not going to struggle for gold anytime soon. Will just need a tiny bit more food to go to the next stage, and that's what the farms at home base are for. Look at this! It's only 1 military unit on the field here, and it's only monks. Aye. JonSlow is going to be clicking the Imperial Age any moment, and being the Malay, he is also going to the Imperial Age 66% faster. Exorcist, of course, planning the Imperial Age as well, but not having the Malay bonus really hurts in this matchup, of course, because that basically means that JonSlow is going to have at least a 2-minute head start to the next stage here. Are we just trolling here, deleting the wall on purpose, or did the castle actually take out this wall piece? So Exorcist wants to challenge the Trebs War here. The defensive castle in the back covering both the golds. 2 gold piles always on vintage arenas. That's good. Good news for the monk production to still have access to gold at the back of the base, of course. So 1 minute 30 seconds to go for Exorcist, which means that JonSlow will complete at least 1 trebuchet before going up. And look at this, Heresy coming in for the Malay. That's huge. Huge in this matchup, because Bengalis don't get Heresy, which means that JonSlow can convert units and keep converted units, whereas Exorcist will not be getting any units, because as a conversion kicks in, JonSlow is going to lose any unit that gets converted. But that also means that Exorcist is not getting them, so JonSlow can gain an advantage in military through conversions, whereas Exorcist will not, other than actually killing that respective unit, of course. Monk! I need a monk! 2 trebuchets out now for JonSlow, doesn't even have any extra unit on the field to back up the monks, but that goes for both of them here. This is full on monks fighting, and Loom just now coming in for Exorcist, but hasn't really been challenged at home base either, of course. Until now. Monster is going down. That's JonSlow's first target, understandably so, because the production of monks is going to be the essential for both of them here. It's the only unit they're going for, basically. Monk's production getting contested here by JonSlow, big time, taking out all of the power monasteries and the defensive castle in the back. It's producing the traps, but being much earlier to the Imperial Age, JonSlow still has the numbers advantage now, also making Karambit warriors from the castle, because why not? He has the ward castle anyway. They could both convert each other's monks, but any monks that Exorcist converts, they just immediately die, whereas JonSlow will get to keep any monks he converts. Look at all these monks! 27, 28 monks. That's actually more monks than JonSlow here. The issue being the trebs that will be yeah, so it's smart to rebuild the monasteries in the back and get the crucial technologies from there. And to build a castle in the back as well to be able to produce trebuchets. Doesn't look like Exorcist has a market. But we can look at the prices here. We'll be getting pricier, of course. This is beginning to look a lot like the previous game here. 5 trebs and monks for JonSlow. Is this the only thing JonSlow does? I know it's not. But it's certainly favored on a map like this. Conversions back and forth here. With Heresy, the converted units of JonSlow will be dying, of course, so if the trebs get converted, they will die as well. The defensive castle goes down, and looks to be only a matter of time now. Well defended by Exorcist up until this moment, though, earlier on, with the matching the amount of monsters, matching the production. It's fun to look at the KD stats as well, because that doesn't include the conversions and desertions. Oh, JonSlow trying to convert Exorcist Trebuchet here as well. That will be fought by villagers to prevent that from happening. Is this Exorcist's master plan to just exhaust JonSlow before the next game here? GGC win, he says, and probably has a point. Malay go up quicker, but I did draft here, so that's also part of the process. Heresy and Karambits are great versus monks without Heresy. Vululu. Alright, last game. Third matchup. Still from the draft, which JonSlow didn't link in the submission. Putin's Turks! Now Exorcist wants to play it, play the counter monk card here with the instant light cab and hussar that Turks get. JonSlow with Teutonstone, conversion resistance, but not access to light cab at all. So you could still, in theory, monk or Teutons if you like. Sheep are outside, so you need to scout the outside of the base. JonSlow knows the vintage arena map, will probably be moving out to confirm that could be the case. Whereas Exorcist at home base also scouts the outside, knowing it's a possibility that there are sheep outside of the walls. If you're able to snag the sheep, you're also allowed to steal them, because it's all part of the map and the idea here. Oh no, no, are you kidding me? Last spot, last few spots. Yeah, he's gonna get them. JonSlow needs to find his own as well, so no sheep stealing for this one. There we go. Alright, so what do we have here? Teutons. Another civilization with a good monastery and conversion resistance, which makes Monk's Force play into Tuten's hands. Exorcist actually asked me in advance, am I allowed to use chat as a distraction? What's the plan? 439 says JonSlow again. Just random numbers, I guess. Some farms from Exorcist already. Don't tell me he's going fast in. That's because that seems risky against JonSlow. Oh, a little bit low. Sneak peek from JonSlow inside of Exorcist space here. Also up to the next age earlier should be able to take an engagement there. Good work of Exorcist to keep the villagers close, but that's still idle time for the villagers, which is bad news for the red players here. Red player. But just like that, JonSlow loses the scout. And a few leisures in for Exorcist as well. 26 villagers, hardly a fast tip economy, of course. But Blacksmith stable, cast age by the looks of it. JonSlow with the market. Blacksmith market up, and earlier up than Exorcist to the next age here is going to be about half a minute difference, maybe. Yeah, 40 seconds. So JonSlow taking the momentum with an earlier cast age here. It's not going to be easy to challenge the Turks getting that light cab upgrade instantly. As you can see, Exorcist is massing the scouts, but Teutons, they have extra melee armor on their spears, which makes it, even though you don't usually fight spears with scouts, if you have to, then obviously it's slightly more viable for the extra melee armor spearman. Ooh. That's actually a smart move to prevent more units from entering through the gate that JonSlow has been keeping open with military here. He's making the monasteries again. Surprise, surprise. Two monasteries for JonSlow, whereas Exorcist also makes one monastery, but goes for the light cab of the Turks here. That's why JonSlow is making more spearmen than the previous games as well, knowing that the Turks get instant light cab. Second town center for Exorcist as well, maybe thinking about food economy for more light cab to withstand the pressure here. I wouldn't know, I'm not an arena cloud, but certainly provide some defense for whenever JonSlow breaks through as well. More farms here, it's easier to add farms to Teutons, it's 40% discount on the farms. So not even a monk seed push for JonSlow, but monk spear push. Second TC for JonSlow, third TC for Exorcist, going into boom mode here, realizing that he's not going to be hit by offensive monks, but rather fighting for the map control to try to snag the relics, both of them. One relic each for the time being. It's about to become two for Exorcist as well. That should be a conversion even with the Teuton's conversion resistance, I think, but certainly takes a while there. And JonSlow gets a light cab. Oh boy. Teuton's light cab on the field. Not bad. Looking at the army numbers here, I'd say JonSlow is with the map control, but Exorcist to the tiny eco advantage here. That's going to escalate as well if the 3 TCs are allowed to produce, but how's JonSlow going to follow that up? TC on stone now, which sends an impression that a castle is in the long-term planning here. Quite close spawn as well, so whoever gets up a castle here will be at an advantage in terms of resource control. And the upcoming push, of course. And it looks like JonSlow is going to collect the 3rd relic as well. So that's going to be 3 relics for JonSlow, 2 relics for Exorcist. Pretty decent turnout, but slight gold advantage from JonSlow from the relics collection. 15 military to 6 here now, and the eco situation evening out as well, since they are both on 3 DCs, albeit not producing out of all of them. So whoever has the economy to keep producing builders is going to assume the eco lead here, and that is Exorcist at this point. Much more healthy farm economy than the easy boom of the Teutons here. And now JonSlow, having collected the relics, will continue the push in towards the Turk's base here now. Not going to allow Exorcist to have the free boom inside of the walls. One ram out and about. Enough spearmen here as well to take out the light cab, but why not garrison the ram so it moves faster? I guess the spearmen were just out of position. There's a villager here to repair as well, and it's only a matter of time before JonSlow breaks in here, I think. Also making a mangonel now. Redemption coming in to convert any defensive siege for Exorcist here, and of course, again, enough spearmen to keep Exorcist's light cab away, at least for now. The food economy is getting healthy for Exorcist. Might be aiming for the Imperial Age. I think I see the Siege Workshop and Monastery is up, which means that Turks could click Imperial Age soon here. That's also going to instantly upgrade any light cab to Hussar, which makes it a lot easier to snipe the monks, particularly. Pikemen, that's a different story, but still going to be Imperial Age units versus Castle Age units in that case. Two defensive mangonels for Exorcist here, but monks with a redemption for JonSlow. 8 monks total should be more than enough to get the conversions in on the siege units. You could also, of course, use your own mangonel to take out the opposing ones. Oh, that's a quick conversion from JonSlow. Both mangonels converted, and that defensive castle is in danger for Exorcist, even with the massive building investment here. Imperial Age halfway there for Exorcist. Losing, obviously, villagers along the way here. Loom or not, JonSlow is upping the game here now, about to punch through, or more importantly, the relic heist here to deny those 2 relics of Exorcist, going to give another passive gold boost for JonSlow here. Both going to the Imperial Age now, of course. 2-minute lead for Exorcist here, but Exorcist's base is the one that has been breached as well. Janissaries, they should be almost matching the monks' range in the Castle Age. They have high damage output as well, and the drawback being that they have pretty bad base accuracy of only 50, so there's a chance that they get converted before they are able to snipe the monks. There's the Imperial Age for Exorcist now, of course, queuing the Hussars, because That's going to make it a lot easier to snipe the few monks that JonSlow have out on the field. JonSlow, for once, not with the forward castle, but the castle defensively at home base here now, knowing that Exorcist is well ahead to the Imperial Age and that the Treb War will be in favor of Exorcist. Castle right at the gate here for JonSlow. Easy wall off to the other side as well, should that become an issue. The Janissaries are out, but now JonSlow is up as well, and I'm assuming... Does JonSlow not have a university? I was expecting to see University in Chemistry here ASAP actually, but JonSlow is going to get block printing, which means that he will outrange the Janissaries by 4 tiles, and Theocracy as well, allowing a group of monks to have only 1 monk regenerate after successful conversions. Oh, 4 monasteries now for JonSlow, and Janissary numbers not really threatening enough here. We might even could in theory see Halberdier here from JonSlow. Looking at the economy, it's actually got quite a nice Teuton's boom going here now. And he doesn't seem too stressed out about the Janissaries to the left hand side here. The gold is just perfectly in place for the Janissaries not to obstruct it too much. They're going to double up on the Spearmen, maybe even Halberdiers here, we'll see. Halberdiers against Hussars, that would make sense, I think. Teuton's bonus providing free melee armor. No upgrades for the infantry units for JonSlow, but the Halbs still have so much bonus damage against cavalry units that it shouldn't matter too much. Maybe he'll even be able to get some conversions in on the Hussars. Just casually moving into the Treb, and the Exorcist doesn't take any chances. Actually deletes the Treb there. That's lots of golden wood down the drain, losing that one. Alright, what's the Hussars here? They don't really have any upgrades, but they are still Hussars. They have 12 bonus damage against monks. They're going to deal nicely with quite a few of the monks here, but JonSlow also is getting conversions in here. I don't even know what happened to the Janissaries, but they're history by the looks of it. This castle will complete for JonSlow, and he'll have 2 castles to 1 to contest the Treb Wars perks. Don't need to research chemistry, so Exorcist could also bring out bombard cannons to take out JonSlow's trebuchets. The issue is that JonSlow has block printing and Redemption in, so the bomber cannons of Exorcist risk going down to conversion. Now scrambling to the side here to claim some wood and gold, hoping that JonSlow's push will be one-sided on the home base. But overall, JonSlow has a great boom going here. 105 villagers, has a building momentum, and has 2 castles to 1 as far as trebuchet production goes. Thanks for the follow, DBS, GG's. I casted your set before this one. It was fun. Uh-oh, Exorcist will need to delete the siege workshop, otherwise it goes down to conversion of JonSlow as with the stable, but JonSlow actually gets that one. Maybe he actually converted that a while ago. Are we seeing any Trebs here? Trebs and bomber cannons from JonSlow. He's floating resources at this point. He could easily make lots of more units here, or upgrades, or whatever he needs. He's now dropping the stables, and it's going to finish this off here with the Teuton's cavalry, by the looks of it. Heck, he could almost even afford Paladin. He will be able to afford Paladin. And as we know, Turks' trash options, they aren't the best, to say the least. So to take out Teuton's Paladins for Turks, you basically need heavy camels for that, and Exorcist doesn't have the good economy for that. 5 relics for JonSlow as well, explains the abundance of gold still in the bank after this heavy pressure. There's still something in the bank to repair here for Exorcist, but more Trebs trickling in, Cavaliers coming as well. And I guess we will not be seeing Paladin, but even so... Where are they? Oh, we are seeing Paladin! One flex from JonSlow, finishing off the Teuton's third game here with Monks, Siege, Paladins, Bombard Cannons, Trebs, Pikemen, a little of everything here. And now the get out of my face castle in Exorcist's base here. GG well played to Exorcist, good reactions, good defense, obviously has lots of experience on Arena as well, but up against the master himself, JonSlow, ends up at losing 3-0 here.